Anti-Semitism is not a new phenomenon, but in the past year, there's been a rise in reported anti-Semitic acts, including vandalism and harassment. Hannah Spiro, a rabbi of a non-denominational congregation, has heard from her congregants of fear-provoking incidents, including an incident that was reported to her moments before we met.
We talk about anti-Semitism and how it's been getting louder and louder frequently because it comes up more frequently now than it used to, certainly than it did last year. Just this morning, I got a call from a congregant who found some neo-Nazi leaflets thrown over her fence onto her yard, and I will say it's a real coincidence. It's not every day I get a phone call like that. It's just a coincidence that it's happening today when we're talking about this. But it's not the first time she had such leaflets thrown onto her yard.
Rabbi Hannah uses her platform as a rabbi to calm her members down, but she knows that it only takes one person to provoke fear in an entire community.
I mean, I think it's really surprising. We don't expect that there are people who would at least loudly or outwardly engage in like vocal or active anti-Semitism or racism. Like, we don't expect it, but frankly, I mean, I think it's very fringe in the area, but it just takes one person or a couple people to cause a lot of fear.
Nyla Burton, a Jew of color, attended a protest during President Trump's inauguration. This wasn't the first time she was discriminated against, but it was the first time she encountered Nazis face to face.
And they were chanting in German. And I knew enough of German to know that what they were saying was not good, and that, I didn't know who these people were, but I knew that they were, Nazis. But I didn't think that I'd see a Nazi, like an actual Nazi. But they were just yelling in German, not to like Hitler, but to like Trump.
The anti-Semitic threats targeting our Jewish community and community centers are horrible and are painful, and a very sad reminder of the work that still must be done to root out hate and prejudice and evil.
Hail Trump! Hail our people! Hail victory!
What would you say to that person?
Nothing. I think when you have that level of hatred for people, there's not that much that can be said to you. And it's not, I feel like as a person of color, as a Jew of color, as a woman, I don't think it's my place. I don't think it's my responsibility to teach him anything. It comes in waves, and it's not like other forms of discrimination. It's not like a constant. It's something that ebbs and flows, but when it comes really hard.
It's been over 70 years since the Holocaust, yet we're seeing yet another wave of hate and violence, locally, nationally, and globally. We need to come together and fight against all acts of hate, no matter what part of the political spectrum we fall under. United we stand, divided we fall.